Good morning. Are you ready for the morning check-in? Yes, I'm still wearing my same sweatshirt from yesterday. I will change it later. I don't sleep in my day clothes, so I will rewear my day clothes multiple days before doing laundry, especially if they're not leaving the house. Like if I'm not leaving the house or they're getting sweaty and gross or anything, I'll definitely like keep wearing them. Oh, I was gonna give you a check-in for all my knitting stuff this morning, but I also wanted to say that today is Brad's birthday. He will be home. It's almost 10 o'clock already. I slept in a little later than I meant to. He will be home in like an hour and a half, maybe. And then he's going to take a nap to prepare for this evening. For his birthday, we are going to go out and we are going to get hot pot, and I'm very excited. He is also very excited. We're going to be trying a new place. There aren't a lot of hot pot options in Pittsburgh, so we found one that had really good reviews and we're going to go try it. It's not near our house, so we will have to, he wants to drink a little bit too. Oh my god, I'm so red from my coughing fit. We'll either have to take the bus there and back or not drink. One of us will have to, I'll have to not drink there and then just drink when we get back. But I'll see what the bus route looks like. Until then, my job again today is this Afghan. But while I'm sitting here doing my morning routine, which is not work, this is the one time of day that I don't feel obligated to do job stuff or work stuff. I'm putting in a couple of rows on my Advent sweater. I'm on the second row already this morning. I finished a row while I was waiting for my coffee to brew, and I watched an episode of the Little Wolf Knits Vlogmas. And now I am going to sit here and I'm gonna knit another couple of rows while I watch the toaster takeover on Nitty Natty's Vlogmas. Yeah, that's what, a 30-minute video. By the time that's over, I'll switch to crochet Afghan. I did do a good bit on it yesterday. Like I met my goal of what I wanted to do yesterday. I did without pulling it all the way out here. I finished this stripe of gray. I did this entire stripe of white, and I did half of a stripe of blue, which means blue is the 18th stripe, I think. And I've decided I'm only gonna do 22 stripes because I want to end on a blue or gray stripe because I bought less white. So I will have 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'll end on a gray, and I started on a gray, so that's nice. A nice little sandwich. Yeah, that's it. So after this blue one, there's just one more of each color left. Just kidding, there's 2 grays left. And then 1 blue and 1 white. So that'll be good. I'm in the home stretch now, guys. I'm in the home stretch. I'm going to, first, let me show you how good Brad's Inclinations cowl is looking. It's not very big yet, but I've been trying to work on it where I don't want him to know. I want this to be a surprise. So I'm only working on it when he's like over at the computer playing games or not home. So that's how she's looking. We're getting into a nice color change here, into this green. It's so beautiful. I'm loving how it's looking. It's gonna be great. Hopefully I can get a few rows of that in today as well. Not gonna have as much knitting time as usual because we will be going out to dinner and spending time together this evening for Brad's birthday. So I'm going to take advantage of this time before he gets home, and I'll check in with y'all later. Hello again. It is still morning. It is only 11:30 and I'm up in the studio, so the light is super bright. Let's see if I can adjust that. I'm just doing a few little odds and ends here today. I have Tom Waits on up on my Spotify. That's what I'm listening to when I'm not talking to you. And I just made Brad's Inclinations cowl project page. There aren't any photos yet, but it's there. And I'm about to get this open. I ordered an external hard drive for my computer. I'm about to get this open and start backing up some of my art files. And by some, I mean all of them. I had a scare not too long ago with my computer where I came home and it had turned itself off due to an error. And it's a few years old now, but I'm going to start backing up my work, which I should have been doing this whole time. Don't come at me, I'm aware. I was a commercial graphic designer for 8 years and I went to school for visual communications, so I am well aware of backing up your work. I just am lazy. Basically, I haven't been burned yet, so that's usually how it goes. Once you get burned is when you start becoming diligent about something, but I have decided I'm not gonna wait until I get burned. I'm gonna go ahead and be proactive. So I'm gonna start backing up my files, and then I'm going to send a couple of emails. I kind of tidied up in here a little bit, not a whole lot. I still have a lot more tidying to do. It's kind of a mess in here. And that's it. I really just want to get a couple of like admin things done today so that I don't have to worry about them. It is Saturday and I do try to keep the weekends mine. I try to not work on the weekends because, okay, so I run my own business, right? And for a long time, like years, I ran my own business while also working a day job, which is exhausting. I was basically working 6 or 7 days a week, every week for, you know, periods of time. I would try to make sure I'd had Sundays off and I would not work on Sundays. But that would only be for like spans of time. And a lot of times I would still work on Sundays too. And then taking my business full time this year is the first time in like 10 years almost where I've only worked one job and I'm able to give myself weekends off. And quite frankly, it has been eye-opening. I will never go back. If I decide one day that I want to get an office job again, which is what I did before this, I worked graphic design in an office at several different places. But if I ever decide I want to do that again, I think I'm going to give up my business at the same time, because I don't ever see myself working two jobs at the same time ever again. I am not into the whole hustle culture. I am in fact anti-hustle culture. I am very much rest and take care of yourself culture. Oh, yeah. So normally I don't work on Saturdays is where I was getting at. But here I am, since Brad is resting and we're doing his birthday stuff this evening. And I also had a pretty chill last couple of days during the week. Like yesterday, I didn't do any art business stuff at all. I just crocheted an Afghan. I decided I'd do a couple of admin things today. I did have someone reach out to me for a commission, so I need to send her an email with like my price list and examples of my work and stuff. I think that's it. Back up my stuff, send my email, and chill out until it's time to go to dinner, which I think we're gonna do early today. I think we're gonna go to like a 3 to 4 o'clock dinner so we can miss the crowds. Don't have to fight for a table. All right, I'm on the hunt again, or I'm outside again. I am on the hunt for pieces of plant life that I can decorate my porch with. Foraging in my neighborhood, which basically just means walking up to every evergreen I see and checking the ground to see if anything has fallen off of them. Because don't go cutting things off of your neighbor's plants, you guys. That's not polite. There is a field right by my house, and I did go check it. We have not a single evergreen and no mistletoe that I can reach, but we did have berries. So I got some berries and I'm just looking for some greenery. I did find a good chunk. Ooh. Okay, I think I'm in the clear. I did find a good chunk of blue spruce while I was walking Pud earlier. So I have that on the porch waiting for me. There's some pretty good pine trees in the neighborhood, but everyone in my neighborhood is really good about picking up their trash. I need them to leave some stuff on the ground I also found a really good twig. Oh no, there's people wandering around, so I'm gonna let you go. All right, I'm back from foraging. I got back a little while ago. I didn't find enough for 2 swags, but I want to find some more, so I just have everything piled on my porch, and maybe Brad and I can go wandering around tomorrow and find some more stuff, because I want 2 swags for the front porch. That's what I was after. But we're about to go eat hot pot for Brad's birthday, and I wanted to show you what I'm wearing. Do a little knit fit. I got a little bit of mascara on, so I might look a little different. But I'm wearing my Hello from My Colors crop. I love this top. I knit it out of Knit Picks palette, and I wear it all the time, like absolutely all the time. It is so easy to wear. It's like the perfect length. I don't know, I love it. And the fit ended up being absolutely perfect. And I'm wearing my Way High Gap jeans, which are, I'm very modern. I have not skinny jeans on. Makes me feel like so hip. And I'll be wearing my blue platform Keds. So that'll be the outfit. I hope I have a jacket in the house. My main jacket is outside, so I hope I have my jacket inside. I think my Carhartt's inside. But anyways, I'll try to film a little bit at the hot pot place, but I probably won't talk. So I will talk to y'all tonight, maybe? I'll try to check in again when we get back, but we plan on partying a little bit, so I might not. I don't know. We'll see. If not, then it was good talking to you today. Guess this is gonna be a double feature today. Oh boy. I didn't get to edit and upload last night because Brad and I got a little rowdy. There are those new games on Netflix that you can play, and we went out to eat hot pot. I showed you a clip of the restaurant, the front of the restaurant, and then when we came home, well, we stopped on the way home and picked up some ciders and beer, and then we came home and we played Trivia Quest while drinking until we were drunk. So I didn't film anymore. I didn't edit. I didn't do any of that. It is now, is it noon yet? Mind your business, pillow. It is not noon yet. It is 11:36. But we don't really drink anymore. Like, it's not like a thing we do. So our bodies were pretty mad at us for doing that last night. And when we woke up this morning, we went to a diner near our house and we got breakfast. I didn't film any of that. We were just trying to recover. But I feel like a new person now. Gotta hydrate. So it's Sunday now, and the goal today is Afghan. I am almost done with the stripe from yesterday. I have less than a whole row to go, so I'll just finish up that stripe when I go sit in there. And then I'm gonna try to get maybe 2 more stripes done today, which is a lot of hours of crochet. So that'll be most of my day. Luckily, it's Sunday and I don't have anything else to do. I'll probably crochet and take breaks in between to knit, because knitting is something different than like to do with my hands. Brad's in there on the couch now. I'm probably going to go join him after this check-in with you. Maybe watch some Vlogmases. Probably watch some Vlogmases while I work on stuff. I have this little start to the Sockmas sock. Been trying to put in a few rows here and there. And it's this long now. I have this, it needs to be this long. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how much I can get done on any of these things. The Afghan is top priority, so as soon as that's done, I'm free to work on whatever I want to, absolutely unhindered. Yeah, I just wanted to fill y'all in on what happened last night and why I didn't film anymore and why I didn't upload. So we'll be getting a double day tomorrow in the morning, which will be Monday morning. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. I ended up waiting a little too long to come up here and film this clip. So we have harsh overhead lighting today. Sorry, it is like almost 5 o'clock. So the sun is going down. It's almost completely dark outside now. So, oh boy, today has been not very productive. It's an afternoon coffee kind of day. I've been working on this cup for about an hour now, but we got home from hangover breakfast and I filmed that last clip that you saw, and then I crocheted one stripe on my Afghan and then laid down and took a nap. Oops. So that's how my day's been going. It's been pretty great. I will probably be up a little bit later tonight because of it, so I guess I'll make up some crochet time then. I also really want to get some socks done. I have so many socks going and I haven't been making like a ton of progress on any of them. I'm actually gonna like sit here with you and knit while we talk for a little bit. But I thought I'd do another Q&A question today because I still have a couple to go through, and I even brought props. That's what they sound like. Brad's Christmas present, the second to last one. I was waiting on 2 more to come in the mail. The second to last one came today, so that's really nice. Now I'm only waiting on 1 to get here, and I still don't have a shipping notification, so fingers crossed it gets here in time. Was there something else I wanted to tell you? Oh, when I woke up from my nap, it's the point of knitting with me if I'm not even holding. I tend to knit more ergonomically, so I hold my arms at like a 90-degree angle. But for the sake of the video, I guess I can move you farther away. Maybe that'll be a bit better. There we go. Yeah, I woke up from my nap and I promptly washed the bathroom walls. If I want to get anything done in my life, I have to do it when I'm feeling the urge. Like everything happens on a whim with me. So Brad got up this morning in the wee hours feeling really sick, like headache wise. His head hurt really bad. So he got up and sat in the shower until the hot water ran out, just to feel the hot water on himself. And when I went in there this morning, it was a bit drippy on the walls. It was pretty gross. And so I decided it was time to clean the walls. So when I woke up from my nap, I had already planned ahead and taken the stuff that I needed to clean the walls into the bathroom. And I was so glad I did, because then I could just do it. It literally took me 5 minutes. We have a tiny bathroom, so I just made cleaning solution in the sink, which was just mostly warm water, but with a splash of vinegar in it. And then I used our flat mop. I soaked a mop head in it. While the mop head was soaking, I took a cleaning cloth and I cleaned in the small cracks that the mop wouldn't fit in. And then I just mopped the rest. We have really tall ceilings. I am sure you've noticed. Maybe 9 feet ceilings, 9-foot ceilings. And the mop made it so easy. Never had to stand on anything, nothing. It was great. So highly recommend cleaning your bathroom walls on the regular. All right, so the Q&A today is from my friend Rita of Ex Libris Fibers, and she asked me, this isn't word for word because I'm not looking at the question message right now, but she basically asked me what book I could read over and over again. And I brought a stack of books up here because I'm perfectly suited for this question, because I used to read avidly. I was insatiable with books, but then I didn't read for a really long time. Like I went to college and was busy doing other things, like college stuff, and I just stopped reading. My college program was also really arduous. It was a lot of work, and I didn't have a lot of free time to read. Whenever I had free time, I wanted to spend it hanging out with my friends and stuff. So I didn't read like at all in college. And then I had a lot of stuff going on. Once you set up the habit of not reading, it's easy to maintain that habit. So once I graduated college, I didn't really read much anymore. But because I used to be such a ravenous reader, I had a huge library of books. But when we moved out of South Carolina and came to Pennsylvania, I had gotten to a place in my life where I really wanted to take a hard look at all of my stuff. And I got rid of basically 95% of my life. I got rid of stuff that I didn't care about, stuff I didn't need, stuff that didn't bring me joy, also things that just weren't necessary. And that for me was a ton of books. I got rid of so many books. All of my books now, I have a few that sit like in here, like these are like art books. And I have a little collection of children's books. But besides that, I have very few novels that I kept. And they are the ones that I can read over and over again. So I don't have just one. I think all of these are pretty equal on my list. One of them is a little bit problematic, but we can talk about that. Oh, there are holiday cards in here. Not from this year. Anyways, all right, let's look at my stack of books. There aren't that many here. Two of these are actually the same book. I just have 2 copies of it. The first book I have here is Beauty by Robin McKinley. And this is a book from, what year was it published? I don't know. It's just a retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and it's a pretty direct retelling of Beauty and the Beast. 1978 was when it was first published. And I adore this book. This is the perfect, don't have to think too hard potato chip book. I love it so much. It holds a very special place in my heart. I love it dearly. So that's one that I kept, a literal retelling of Beauty and the Beast. Another one that I kept, you're gonna see a theme here. I don't have very like refined taste when it comes to books that I read over and over again. It's kind of like trashy TV where I don't want to be stimulated mentally. I just want to read something that brings me joy. So those are the kind of books that I read over and over again. And the next one is a bit worse for wear, but this is Anne Rice's The Mummy. And I'm not even like a huge Anne Rice fan. Like I don't think I've read any other of her books to completion. I think I've started a couple, but I haven't finished any of them. And I have read this one many times. It's so good. I love it so much. And if you have listened to Josh Ritter's The Curse, I swear he's just singing about this book. He swears it's a made-up story that he made up himself, but it is this book, I swear. And it is not like the movie The Mummy from 1999. Is that the year it came out? I think. It is not like the movie The Mummy at all. It's a wild ride, but it is great. I love this book so much. On with the theme, we have Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, and this is like one of the more modern copies of it, but I also have this copy of it that I got because it's like my favorite book. Actually, I think I've been gifted a couple of books. My copy of another book, this one here, was also gifted to me by a friend's mother because she knew it was my favorite book and she saw it in like a discount bin, and it's an older printing of it. So I got rid of the original version I had and kept the hardcover, but this is, the book is copyright 1938. Is this an original version? Is this a first edition? I think this might be a first edition. Do I have a first edition of Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier? It is published by Triangle Books, Blakiston, Philly, PA. I don't know. It is hella old. It smells glorious. It smells like the basement of our college library. I went through it. The college I went to, by the way. But I have 2 versions of this. I don't read this version. I read this version because this one is for posterity. But yeah. The last two are probably the ones I've read the most, I guess. I've read Rebecca a lot. No, I've read all of these so much. But this one is the problematic one. I can honestly read Gone with the Wind so many times. And don't come at me. I know this shit racist as hell, but it is also like a very fascinating painting of what life was like during a war, especially being on the wrong side of it. I think it's super fascinating. And every single time I read this book, I get a little bit something different out of it, depending on where I am in my own life. So I love books like that. This is a originally published, Gone with the Wind is originally published in 1936, but this is a 1964 printing of the book. That could be right. Hey ho, nonetheless. Books I read over and over again, I like to get vintage copies of them in hardcover because I just think it's fun. Also, I tried watching the movie for this several times and I could never get through it. The book is an entirely different experience. I swear to God. All right, the last one I have, there's only one more. And I'm a little bit shocked at myself for how many times I've read this book, but it's Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. I have read this book several times, and considering it is 1,000 pages long on a good day, that's a lot of book. And it also takes place over something like 30 years, 50 years, a long time. It might be just like 30 years. But it is fantastic. I absolutely adore this book. This is the one that my friend's mother gave to me because she found it in a discount bin. This is what the hardcover looks like. And it's got a Ken Follett foil signature on the front. This one looks like an 80s printing of it. Let's see. Oh, it's got a stamp of the original owner. He had an embossed stamp in here. All right. Copyright 1989. This is a first edition. I love that for me. I don't even think I realized. All right, so I have a first edition Pillars of the Earth as well. And yeah, I can read this one also over and over again. It is a wild ride. It is an investment of emotion. No doubt. I think Brad tried reading this and I don't think he got all the way through. I think I'm gonna make him try again because it is so important to me. It holds such a heavy place in my heart. And I think I may try to read it again soon. I have been reading new books, so I haven't had time to like reread old books, but basically for a long time since I wasn't reading, every once in a while I'd read one of my old books just to keep myself going. So since I've been reading new books, I haven't been rereading these a whole lot. But there you go. Those are my favorite books. Those are the ones I can read over and over and over again. And I feel like it's a really personal thing. It's a really personal thing to show someone your favorite books. It can backfire really easily, but you know, that's the question for the day. I also wanted to kick up some yarn while I was up here. I know I keep talking about how many things I have to finish, but I also have to do my December stripe socks at some point. And you know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna kick up both of these. I did get several votes from y'all, and this one won, but only by a very tight margin. So I think I'm gonna actually kick up both of these and have them ready. Let me see how many sock needles I have free. We have 1 week or less than a week left for Vlogmas, and I would like to finish one or two pairs of socks for Vlogmas. Let's actually think about this for a second here together. Vlogmas ends on this coming Saturday. This coming Saturday, the 17th. I have to be done and filled out the form by noon on that day, which means I have plans now. My current plan is to be finished with this Afghan by Thursday so that I can take it to the yarn shop on Thursday and deliver it. If I can do that, then I will have Thursday, Friday, all day to finish socks. I can finish a sock a day. And both of my Vlogmas socks, I'm on the second sock and I am on the leg. Like I'm into the second sock. So if I can finish the Afghan on time, which I totally can. I could maybe even finish it earlier than that. I just want to take it on Thursday. Then I will have at least 2 days to finish 2 socks, which is totally doable. So I think we're okay. If I can finish both of those by the end of Vlogmas, then that's the 17th, and that gives me 2 weeks left in December to do 2 more socks. 2 more pairs of socks. I think I can do it. I can do a pair of socks a week. I've done it before. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have a caking party just because it brings me joy and it feels like I've started something even though I haven't actually started anything. And let's see what needles we have. I have 2 size 0 needles, which I will use for both of these. Cool, I even have 3 needles already. So I could, theoretically, cast them on. If I wanted to start another pair of socks, I can, because this juniper tree sock set has been calling my name. But I also have a mystery sock set from Murray and Company coming this month as well. I ordered her December mystery sock set. I also may have accidentally ordered 1 skein of the new Christmas colorway from Bad Sheep Yarn. It's so beautiful. I couldn't resist. I'm just rambling now. I need to go crochet an Afghan. I need to split some yarn now because I have not only a 50-gram skein here that I need to split in half so I make sure I don't run out of yarn on a second sock. If I use 50-gram self-striping yarn, I always split it into 225s so that I know exactly how much I have for each sock. But I also have these 2 here. Aren't they beautiful? There we go. Look at them. Oh, so beautiful. These were my fall yarn that my friend sent me. We're supposed to be halving it, so I will split this in half so that I can go ahead and send her half of each of them. They are Lost Creek Yarn Company, both of them. There we go. It sure took it a minute. And they're the colors Bookstore number 12 and Pumpkin Patch number 4, and I think they're not repeatable colorways. I think that's why they're numbered. So I'm gonna split all of these. Let's have a party. I'm gonna put my music back on and bop while I split yarn. I got Alinka's yarn caked up and ready to go. She likes me to cake it up for her anyway, so I'll just send it to her just like this. I got these halved, and I have my half of these too. I haven't done anything with them yet. I need to decide if I'm going to re-hank them up and put them back in my stash, or if I'm gonna leave either of them to knit on, because I'm thinking about this one and how this might actually be a really good option for a pair of bond weave socks. So, and I also got these kicked up. So that was a fun little party, little caking party. And now I'm done for the day. I am going to hunker down. I need to edit this super long 2-day vlog now and knit and crochet. So I think I'm going to sign off now. It's a little bit early, but I need to get editing. I'll knit while I edit, and then I'll crochet for the rest of the night. So thanks for joining me today, and I will see you all tomorrow.